Hi guys, today on Divas Can Cook, we are making my mother's buttermilk biscuit bites. I used to love these things growing up. They're like a cross between a biscuit and a roll, and they are just so freaking good. You can't eat just one, I promise you. Alright, enough talking, let's make some biscuits. Alright, the best biscuits start with white lily flour. I don't care what nobody says. It's gotta be white lily, okay? Alright, so take your flour, pour it into a large bowl. And now I'm just gonna add in a little bit of sugar. Okay, now we're just gonna whisk it. We want to make sure we get all that sugar nice and combined, just like that. Whisk it, whisk it. All right, now my favorite part, it's time to grate some butter. I love doing this. It's like therapeutic or something. Just take your butter and just grate it right into that flour. Make sure your butter is nice and cold. And you guys, you can get this recipe on my blog, divascancook.com. You can print it out and all that good stuff, so go check it out. Alright, so there's our butter all stringy and stuff. And just take your hands or a pastry cutter and just get that butter nice and incorporated. You want it to be super fine where you can't even tell that there's butter in there, okay? Like that. You see? You can't even tell there's butter in there. Perfect. And I'm sorry if my voice is kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on with me right now. Alright, now just take your buttermilk, pour in a little bit at a time. We're only going to use just enough buttermilk to get all that flour nice and moist, and do not over stir this stuff or you're going to have really tough biscuits, okay? So I had a cup of buttermilk and I didn't even use a cup of buttermilk. I still have a lot. See, I still have some left over, so you may need a cup, you may not need a cup. All right, now let that sit for about 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes it'll puff up and be like that. Okay, now we are ready to pour this out on a flour surface. So go ahead, get you some flour. That's just all-purpose flour. Sprinkle your work surface with it. Make sure that your work surface is nice and clean. You don't want any little particles and bits of stuff in your biscuits. Ew. Okay, so go ahead and pour that onto your flour surface, and then sprinkle a little bit of flour on your hands and on the dough, because this dough is so sticky. It's supposed to be sticky, okay? So don't be alarmed. And just pat it out into like a little rectangle, nice and gentle. We're not gonna knead this dough, okay? And then take it and fold it, and then turn it like that. We're going to do this about 5 times, okay? And be very gentle when you're patting it down. You don't want to pat out those folds. We're creating some really good layers in these biscuits by folding it and turning it. Okay, so just pat it out into your final rectangle. Take your pizza cutter and just go 4 slices lengthwise, and then just cut across into little tiny biscuit squares, just like that. Okay, and it should look just like that right there. Now go ahead and spray your baking pan with some baking spray, and then just place your little biscuit bites onto your pan. Alright, and now you want to put this in the refrigerator just until it's cold. It won't take long, alright? Alright, now I have some melted butter here. I'm just going to spread this melted butter on these cold biscuits. Now I already have my oven preheated to 425, so I'm going to pop those in there, and then they come out looking like this. They don't brown up very much, so don't overcook them. And there's those layers in there. The bottom is nice and golden and crisp, and you guys, it is like so soft. It's like pillowy soft. It really does just melt in your mouth. They are amazing. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. You know you can get it at divascancook.com. Bye.